So imagine you just helped a family find their dream home, only to hear crickets when you're asking for a review. If you've ever felt awkward in following up for a review, or you're not sure whether to nudge gently or push harder, then this video is for you. I am going to walk you exactly through how to ask at the right time, use personal scripts that do not feel transactional, and how to continue following up without sounding desperate. Plus, at the end, I'll share how you can download my free template pack for asking for the review. These are my 5-star review email templates that are all set and ready to go so that you can hit send without second guessing. And hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Stephanie Lugo. I'm a real estate agent and real estate coach to top producing real estate agents across the US and Canada. Inside my program, the Market Authority Academy, I help real estate agents like you run their business on systems, not stress. And one of the easiest wins that we help our members achieve is stacking up their review count fast. Why? Because social proof sells, and that matters for your real estate business. Now, here's the problem. Most real estate agents treat reviews as an afterthought, but they are your most powerful and free marketing tool. Because think about it. When somebody Googles your name, whether they meet you at an open house or they're referred to you, what do they see? Do they hear crickets or do they see credibility? You obviously want them to see credibility, right? Yeah. So here are a couple of steps to get us started with building in that credibility and getting more of those 5-star reviews for your real estate business. Okay, so step 1, you do want to ask right after the closing. Now, I'm formally asking after the closing, but I do want to just kind of preface this with I'm kind of letting them know during the transaction that I will be asking for that 5-star review at the end. And this can be as simple as saying during the consultation, my hope is during this transaction to earn that 5-star review at the end, right? You're just kind of alluding to the fact that you will be asking for a review. And then comes the ask right after the closing for that review. The easiest yes is right when your client is still in the glow of closing. So here's how you're going to time it. And you're going to do this a couple of times during that closing. Number 1, right at the closing table. You can literally do this in person at the closing table. And it can be as subtle as including a review request with a QR code in a thank you card or a next steps leaflet that maybe you put together. Or it can be in person. Okay, guys, great. Next steps. Here are your keys. We're ready to go. I am so excited for you. Keep an eye out for an email coming your way with a review request and next steps. Right? Again, this feels very natural, not pushy, but just letting them know what to expect, right? Talking about that email, we do want to make sure that we are sending that follow-up email 24 to 48 hours after the closing. Yes, your clients are probably busy getting things situated in their new home, but they also are getting hit with communication from a couple of different vendors about closing details. And so it's not uncommon for people to still obviously be in their inbox during this time. Make sure your email is in there too while things are fresh with that link to submit reviews. And then finally, when you are delivering the closing gift, you can and should also make sure to underscore the importance of the review at that time. Now, of course, there is some nuance here, right? These 3 things might be happening all at the same time. For example, sometimes we give the closing gift at the closing table, all happening in the span of a few moments. So use your best discretion, but know that these are 3 different ways that you are asking for the review at the closing. Okay, so step 2, we want to make sure that we are making this easy for them. No one wants to hunt for your Google link or where you are sending them to the reviews, right? When you are sending that follow-up email, or if you do have a QR code that you are sending them to submit your review, make sure you are including the link directly to where you want them submitting the review. I know this sounds obvious, but sometimes this is a detail that's missed. So make sure that you are including the links. And for me, I include 4 links. I include a link to my Yelp real estate agent page, my Zillow agent page, our realtor.com profile, and our Google My Business profile. We also include a little bit of language in the email to help illustrate to them how simple this will be. This shouldn't take more than 5 minutes of your time, and all you have to do is simply write the review once and copy and paste it into these sites. Click the links here to submit your review, right? Very simple, very clear. Okay, step 3, I want you to think personal, not pushy. Here's what I mean by that. A generic ask will get ignored. If you are sending what feels like a canned templated response that feels very rinse and repeat, You might find that that is getting easily ignored by your clients. So instead, let's include some real moments in the email templates that we're sending. For example, you may include something such as, "It meant so much when you told me how supported you felt during the negotiation process. That kind of feedback means the world to me, and it helps other families know what to expect when we work together. Would you be open in sharing that in a quick review?" Sometimes I feel like real estate transactions are like childbirth, right? In the moment, it's messy, it's chaotic, there's so much happening. And then at the end, you are left with this perfect, beautiful gift, right? And in this case, with our clients, they're left with the perfect house and they're so excited and they forget everything that happened during the transaction to get them there. It can be really helpful to kind of pinpoint or highlight some areas that they may have forgotten about, but really mattered in the moment. I hope that's not a weird analogy. It came up on a coaching call and it seemed to resonate. So take it or leave it, but hopefully that helps. Okay, I have 2 more steps for you in this video, but I want to quickly check in. How is this landing? Is this answering some questions for you? And I'd like to know, do you have a go-to review request script? Or are you still figuring out? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to swap ideas. Okay, so let's move on to step 4, which is our friendly follow-up. You most likely will not get the review right away with one email, and that is perfectly normal. As we've already kind of established, there's a lot going on after the closing, and so your clients have a lot more things that they're dealing with, and they may not respond to that email right away or submit that review request right away. You need to keep responding to them and following up so that you can make sure it's at the top of their inbox or the top of their text thread for their convenience to submit the review when they do have a couple of minutes in passing. And just to dispel any concerns about this, I do want to share kind of my personal thoughts on this. So I am a mom to a 5 and a 2-year-old, and I've got this business going on where I'm coaching hundreds of agents. And I also have our real estate business because we are also still selling homes in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area here in Metro Phoenix. Okay, and so lots of stuff going on. I can't tell you how often I'm responding to a text or an email in my head, and then I forget that I didn't actually hit send until a day or more after. I'm human. It just happens. There's a chaotic time. No matter how good my systems are, sometimes little things that aren't necessarily urgent slip through the cracks. And so I find that it is really helpful when people are following up with me a couple of times because it makes it really easy for me to get right back up to the top of my inbox when I do have a few passing moments. And so don't assume that people are ignoring your review request emails because they don't want to submit the review. You should assume that they are busy and they have a lot of things going on. And gentle reminders and follow-ups are a service to your client in making sure that it is convenient for them to submit the review when they do have the chance. In my opinion, I think that at minimum, you are gently following up 1 week later, but we will follow up oftentimes during conversation even sooner than that. No later than 1 week, sooner if you can, make sure you're following up. This can be as simple as replying in line to the email, sending it back to them. Hey, just pinning this back up to your inbox. Wanted to make sure you saw this. And then following up with a text. Hey, just sent another review request your way. I know things are busy, so I pinned it to the top of your inbox. Hopefully that's helpful. If you have 5 minutes in passing today to submit that review, it would make a huge difference in my business and I would greatly appreciate it. You really want to underscore the impact of submitting a review. It might even seem like a simple thing to them. And I say that all the time in our review requests. It might seem like a simple thing, but your words help other families feel confident in choosing the right real estate partner. If you're still not getting the review after that first few follow-ups, just be sure to follow up a couple of times. So for us in the Market Authority Academy, we have our post-close closing sequence. And that looks like our communication schedule after the close. So we're never closing and ghosting. We're following up that first week and then within a month of closing and then so on. And every time we're following up at the end of that follow-up, whatever we're reaching out regarding, we're going to end it with, hey, by the way, I don't know if I ever saw that review come your way. Did you have trouble with a link or were you unsure what to write? Just asking some simple questions like that can help activate your client to get up there and write that review and get it submitted. But I have a bonus tip for you here. So before we end this video, I've got a final tip for what do we do with your past clients. If you have a bunch of past clients that you have not received reviews yet, maybe because you weren't following up or you forgot to ask in the first place, what do we do? Well, here's your plan. You absolutely can ask for reviews long after the deal has closed. You can do this pretty simply. Just start by writing a note. Hey there, your name came across my desk and I was thinking about your move last year. I would love to hear what the process felt like for you. And if you're open to it, would you like to leave a quick review? Just a simple conversation starter like this can open the conversation and help you guide them to next steps to writing that review. So, how did this feel for you? Does this give you a little bit more confidence to go out there, ask for those reviews, or reach out to your past clients? Let me know in the comments how this landed for you. And if you have made it this far, way to go. So proud of you. Take a moment and download my 5-star review email templates pack below. And once you download that, you're going to get exactly what to say, copy and paste email templates for new and past clients, and a couple of follow-up scripts that get results without sounding awkward. And hey, this is just one piece to a powerful referral-driven real estate business. So if you are ready to grow and scale and add more structure to your referral-based real estate business, then let's talk. These are the things that I'm helping real estate agents master in their business, and I want to help you too. So start by booking a free call with me using the links below. If this video gave you something to work with, go ahead and hit that like button so I know what's landing for you. It's a simple way to help me understand what content I should be making more of, so I'd appreciate it. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss another video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, keep on crushing it.